Hi everybody, welcome to Privies and Prims. My name is Doreen and my channel is mostly about cross stitch. I also do Punchneedle Embroidery and I'm going to be showing you some of both today. It's probably going to be a short video because I have been working on getting ready for a retreat that I'm hosting that is in 2.5 weeks in Waynesville, North Carolina. So I do have a very short wait list and cancellations are starting to come in. So if you're interested in that, it's in Waynesville, North Carolina. You can go to my Facebook page, Privies and Prims, and click on events, and you will see it there. It starts the day after Labor Day. So if you want it to be added to the waiting list, you need to send me an email, and I'll get you the details. So it's $20 per person, and you pay for your own lodging and meals. All the details are on the Facebook page. So let's get started with my video. So I do have one whip. I am a monogamous stitcher. And this is in memory of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. So here is the pattern. And let me hold this up here. This is by, it's a Mery Bell sampler by Lori Rippey. And obviously it's my working copy. So my maiden name is Bell, and when I saw that sampler, I decided right away that I had to do it in memory of my grandmother. So when I was, and I'll show you her picture here. So when I was younger, I used to stay with her. My uncle lived with her, and this is near Philadelphia, or it possibly was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but my uncle lived with her, and every Friday night he would go to the corner bar. And she didn't want to be alone. So she paid me this is when I was a child, she paid me $10 and I would spend Friday nights with her. She had a cot in her bedroom and I remember the sheets were starched and they were patched. And I remember her bath and closet was full of soap and my mom said it was because she had lived through the Depression and they never wanted to run out of soap again. So yeah, the sheets were starched and patched and I would stay with her every Friday night. So and then one time a guy tried to come into her house he had a gun and she shut the door on him and pushed him back out. So she was thin, but she was tough. So this is how much I have done. I haven't been working on it a whole lot because I already put her name, Bessie Bell. Her birthday is 1896 when she was born. And she lived to be 85 years old. So I have not been working on this a whole lot because I've been getting ready for the retreat and doing things for that. But that is this. So I love it. And I did have to change some of the colors just because I was using what I had. And because the fabric I'm using, some of the colors weren't showing up on it, the tans. So I have, well, 3 of the colors were anchor and I don't have any anchor. So I had to change those to DMC. And then the 2 DMC I am using that called for colors. As far as what the linen is, I don't know. It was gifted to me and I love the color and the look of it. I'm not crazy about stitching on it because I'm actually, even with my magnifier, I'm having trouble finding the holes in there. And sometimes it's 1 thread off. And my magnifier is 2.5. So I do have that neck one that I showed in my last video. That one is a 5 times magnification, and I'm going to try that one today and see if it works better because I do have a little bit of trouble. But the house now is to where the point it's just, well, I have to do this row down here, but it's all just fill in. And that is DMC 221, which is the called for color. So that is, oh, here I wanted to show you. This is a family picture of the Bell family. And my father is this one right here. That's my father. And all of them are gone now. They have all passed away. So somehow I'm going to put these pictures with this when I frame it. And I've actually considered trying to figure out a way in the frame to put this here and maybe this one too. Well, I guess both of them wouldn't fit unless I overlapped it. So it would just be this one because I was going to cut the fabric last night and I thought, well, let me wait and see if I can do this somehow and put her picture in. Otherwise, I would just tuck it into the back of the frame so that it stays with it. This one does not have a year on it. But this one, and these are on my Facebook page, so you can see them better. But this is Easter Day, 1943. This one. So again, if you go to my Facebook page and follow me there, you'll see all the, like every day I'll post progress on this and whatever I'm working on. So I wanted to talk about Purple Paper Mountain. I am having a retreat, and I reached out to her and asked her if she would be willing to donate a bag of trims for my retreat door prize, and she did graciously send me this package. So all these goodies are going to be a door prize at the retreat. So one lucky person is going to get all that. And I ordered for myself because I have a lot, and I've been framing mostly lately, so I don't have I haven't been using a lot of trims, but I'll try to hold these up just to show you. So this is rust. It's very primitive. Rickrack. Chestnut, which is it's kind of a brownish orange a little bit. And these are perfect for prim fall projects. And this is the brown chenille. I think it's called eyelash chenille. I'm not sure. So those are some great fall colors that you can get from her Etsy shop. And it's called Purple Paper Mountain. And then she always sends a little thank you with some freebie trims in it. Well, here we go. She always sends that. So check her out on Etsy. And thank you, Christy, for sending that. And it's etsy.com shop or etsy.com/shop/Purple Paper Mountain. And she's also on Instagram. So a while back, when I was showing you all the Happy Mail and stuff, I kept forgetting to show this. Someone sent me this because I had commented on this strawberry right here. I love that strawberry, and I do want to stitch it for fall. Someone sent me this, and I don't know who sent it, but whoever it was, if it was you, thank you so much. I love it. I love the book. I wanted to do one in memory of my father, and I thought about, somebody said they were doing this one in memory of their father, the mighty oak. But I don't think I'm going to do that one. There was one I saw somewhere on a post, and it talked about a gentleman's daughter, and that how we are equal, and I am a gentleman's daughter. My mom is always telling me, you are your father's daughter, and I always say I take that as a compliment because we are very much alike. But this book, my father's passed away, but yeah, I definitely take that as a compliment. So this one is called Waiting for the Harvest. And a lot of you have probably already seen this book before, but just in case you haven't, I'm just going to show you some of the projects in here. This is Patchwork Pumpkin. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done a Blackbird Design pattern. I'm not sure if I have or not. So here is the crow strawberry. It's called First Winds of Autumn. Isn't that incredible? I love it. I don't know if I would make it as a strawberry, but if you can see most of the design with it laying down like that, then I would probably do it. But when I did the patriotic one that I showed I think I showed it on my last floss tube. You have to kind of turn it to see the crows on each side. Sorry, somebody just started their car outside. So I don't want to have to turn it. That's kind of like, I think drums look cool, but I don't want to have to turn it to see everything. I want to be able to just glance at it. So it looks to me like you can see, try not to show the pattern here. It looks like you can see the whole thing. So I may do it as a strawberry, but I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. And this is Blooming Sunflowers. That was awesome. And this is a drum, but it's like a cake drum, Autumn Sound. So you can see the whole design there. This one, Bittersweet September. I'm not really following, like last year I was trying to build up like for a display, and I was like, okay, I need more fall, I got to do all this, and then I was working like seasonally, and this year I'm kind of more like just doing what I want to do. This one is called A Sister's Love. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all. Nebraska Prairie as a drum, October 31st. Spell of the Moon, if you like the owls. So anyway, there's 12 projects in here. So definitely worth the money if you're going to buy it. I don't know how much it costs. Like I said, this was gifted to me, and whoever you are, thank you so much. This was a true blessing. Now, we have coming up, oh, sorry. Camera is on the coffee table, and my foot was on the coffee table, and it shook the camera. Sampler September is coming up, and I think I did it last year. I'm not sure. Last year was my first September stitching, because it'll just be 2 years in November this year. So I wanted to do this one by Teresa Kogut, With Thy Hands. That's the sampler that I want to do. So I bought this book I ordered it from Cross Stitch and Crafts in Johnson City, Tennessee. It was $25. And here is their information. You can look them up online. If that's clear, let me see. Oh, I don't think it's clear. Anyway, they're on Facebook also. Cross Stitch and Crafts. So this says, With Thy Hands I Thee Wrought. I am actually going to change it to say With My Hands, because I feel like saying with thy hands, that means with your hands. And so I'm going to change it to say with my hands. And I'm not even sure about I thee wrought, because thee means you or your. But if it's talking about the sampler, then it fits. So I know I'm probably overthinking this, but I want it to make sense to me. So it definitely, I am changing it to with my hands I thee wrought. I guess that would make sense, because it's like talking to the sampler. I made you with my hands. So if I'm wrong, please leave a comment and tell me what you interpret this as. But definitely I will say my instead of thy. And let me see, it does not have a date on it. Oh, yes, it does. Down here it has a date, 2022. So I will put 2024 there. And there it is again. And there's the other, that's a needle book. And then the thing that's on the dustpan, which you can find at antique stores if you look for those. So, and then it has artwork in it. Teresa's artwork. And there is the design. So that's going to be my sampler September. And I don't usually like to do big things because I am a monogamous stitcher. I don't know how long this will take me. But the fact that it's all little motifs, I think that'll make it not feel like it's taking so long. So that is up and coming. So now I'm going to talk about Punchneedle. And I'm going to show you what I've been working on. These are for someone else that I made. I didn't bring my board out, so I'm just going to hold them on the back of this book. This one, these are Brenda Gervais. That one is finished. And all I have to do is I'll trim like a 1/4 inch around and then turn that to the back and glue it. And then these are 2 ornaments, also Brenda Gervais. Now, instead of doing switching out the frame and everything, switching the fabric out, these are 2 small pieces that came with it and they were already printed on the fabric. So what I did is just sewed the 2 pieces together and then put them on a bigger frame so that I could do them at the same time. Some of the colors were the same, like the facial colors, and then this background color was the same. So instead of having to rethread and all that, I just do all of it on this one and then all of it on this one. And so I'm going to insert a picture here of the pattern because I don't have it with me. There it is. and this one, which I ran out of the black thread, so I couldn't finish it, but this one looks gorgeous. And I'll also insert a picture of that so that you can see it. But I love that the black background really makes it pop. So I do these are done with Valdani. Some of them may be other threads. I'm not sure. I know this black background is Valdani. Most of these are Valdani, but which is a pearl cotton or a 3-strand floss. And I highly recommend, even though if it says to use 3-strand floss, I recommend to use a number 12 pearl cotton because it's much cheaper. I mean, it may seem like it's more or the same. I'm not sure the prices, but you get so much more in the ball, and it goes so much further than the 3-strand floss. The 3-strand floss would cost you a fortune. And then again, I've said this before in other videos. If you have a small area, like let's just say the little bittersweet, okay? If the bittersweet was the only thing of that color, use DMC. Don't go and buy the Valdani just for that little thing. And one of them was like that. Like, all right, say like the eyes here, the eyes and the mouth. Why not just use DMC? You know, if it calls for fancy floss, you know, overdyed, you don't really need it. And that goes the same with all of them. If it's just a little small area, I would just use DMC. Like the variegation of Valdani is awesome when you have like a big area like this. And I drew like squiggly lines and circles so that it gives movement instead of just back and forth. And also in this, and you can see I did a video recently. I posted a video on creating movement in your punch needle. So, but things like the nose, you don't need to buy Valdani for that, just that nose. That's the only thing on this pattern that's orange. Just use DMC. And that will save you a ton of money. So I think that is actually it. For life update, Mom is doing great. She is in assisted living. She does not like the food there. The food is pretty bad. Like she gets like fish sticks and French fries, hot dogs and coleslaw. Sunday dinner was bologna sandwich. So it's pretty bad. But we are working on trying to get me moved over there to North Carolina so I'd be in the same town as her, and then she could go back home and because I would be nearby. So she's doing like dressing herself, showering and everything. Somebody stands by when she has a shower in case she needs help, but she's been doing it on her own for 3 weeks now. So she's doing really good. So she really bounced back. It was all from the shingles that really made her sick. My situation is all gone with the colitis. My sinus surgery is going to be September 11th, and they said that my nose will be packed inside. It's and splint, I think. And it's on a Wednesday, and then I go back the following Tuesday and get all that out. And they also said I may pretty much have black eyes, which I probably will because when I've had skin cancer surgery on my nose, I did, you know, surgery, not just like burn it off, but actual surgery. I did get black eyes. So I probably will for this too. And my friend Lois is going to be driving me to the surgery, and it is outpatient as long as there's no complications. So September, I have the retreat in Waynesville, which starts September 3rd, I think. And I go over September 2nd, a day early, so I'll be gone for 5 days. And then I have the surgery on the 11th, and then I have a vintage camper rally toward the end of the month in Pigeon Forge, and we're all going to Dollywood. And then October, I have 2 camping trips with the vintage campers. And then November is my Christmas retreat in Burnsville, North Carolina, the weekend before Thanksgiving. That is also on my Facebook page on the events. And then December, first weekend in December, I'm going to Lori Brecklin Not Forgotten Farms Christmas open house. And I will be traveling to that area for the weekend. So I'm there for the whole day. And I get to sit and stitch at Lori's. So I went last year and it was wonderful. Had a great time. So after that, I don't have anything scheduled until April for as far as trips go. So I will be able to be there for Mom if she needs me, but she doesn't need somebody with her full time anymore, I don't think. So that is my plans, and I'll have more about that coming in the future when I can give you more details, because I can't right now, but things are in the works. So that is it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and tell me what you're working on. Are you working on fall? Are you working on summer? What are you doing? I still have my patriotic display out, and I won't change to fall probably until probably somewhere in September. I don't know when I feel like doing it. But I think that stuff is all over at my mom's house, actually. So I will see you on the next video. Please leave a comment and say hi and tell me what you're working on. And very important, I did find out that their StitchCon dates have been posted, and I will be trying to go to weekend B, because weekend A, I have a vintage camping rally that I'm hosting in Waynesville, where my retreat is. It's the same campground. So I am going to be trying to get into weekend B. So the date that you can start to register for the wait list is during my retreat in a couple weeks. So I have set like 4 alarms on my phone to remind me to get on that list. If you have ever done it, got on the wait list, how fast does that wait list close? Because they said it goes fast. Is it like 10 minutes? Is it 2 days? So let me know in the comments if you know how fast that wait list closes, because I plan to be there at my phone right at 12 noon and register. So let me know if you're going and what weekend you're going to go or try to go. And I'll see you on the next video. How many goodbyes do we have here? See ya. Bye. I have to insert this video because I forgot to do the prize drawings for the giveaways. So I have them now, and they are 3 patterns, 1 punch needle, 1 embroidery, and 1 cross stitch. So the winner for this one, Myrtle Grace Motives, this is punch needle. And the keyword for that was winter. And the winner of that is Linda's Post 2533. Linda's Post 2533. Can you see that? Oh, it's really light. So Linda, get in touch with me at priviesandprims@yahoo.com, and I will get that in the mail to you. Then we have the embroidery pattern, Deck the Bows by Kathy Schmitz. And this one is embroidery. And the winner of that one is Kathy Snavely 1802. So Kathy, get in touch with me at priviesandprims@yahoo.com, and I will get that in the mail to you. Now, the other pattern for cross stitch was you had to go to Asbury's Echo Stitches Etsy page and look through all her patterns and then tell me if you were the winner, which one would you want. So this one will be emailed to you from, you will be in Rhonda from Asbury's Echo Stitches will be contacting you directly. So I will need your email address, and the winner is Kathy Gainey. And I think I have Kathy, I think I have your email already because you come to my retreats. So Kathy Gainey 6343, and I will get in touch with her and let her know. So she is the winner, and she gets 1 pattern. Now, the most popular one that people said they would pick was the Fall Trio. I think it's called the Fall Welcome Trio. So definitely go to Asbury's Echo Stitches. I will post her link down in the description box, and check her out on Etsy. And also she has a YouTube channel, and I'll put that on there too. So thank you, Rhonda, for donating the pattern. And thank you to the person that mailed me these as to be used for giveaways.